Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the female solution.
Ni hao, wo jiao, Naima Latif. And yes, you are still in America, and we are here at the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair. And I am so pleased to have one of the outstanding authors that brings the world to Chicago. His book, Mandarin, The Culture, A Cultural Passport from the Shy to Shanghai. And this is Rasan Liddell. And you've seen him on that fabulous show, Gathering of the Griots with Asada. And we're here at the great awaited show, the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair. And we have an opportunity to once again meet this fabulous author. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yes. I'm trying to remember how to say thank you in Chinese. 谢谢.
Yeah, 对.
Now, of course, we teach you all how to say thank you in 16 different languages every day when you watch the show. So make sure you watch the ending, because we're seeking to make multilingual people. So tell us how you came to write this book. What is your history as obviously someone who's traveled outside of Chicago? How did you happen to produce this book?
Okay. Well, again, thank you for having me on. This book came to fruition based upon something that I noticed and realized as it relates to language learning materials. And one of the things that I noticed is that most of the language learning materials, they don't reflect African American characters in those books. I haven't noticed them utilize African American speech patterns. And so, it occurred to me that if you're trying to study a foreign language, but even the presentation is foreign to you, there's a tendency for those individuals to disengage or have little to no interest at all. So what I did was I made sure that our book incorporated not only African American characters, but it also features a bit of African American vernacular English, and it has characters that are African American, and this is an attempt to allow for the reader to see themselves not only in the book but also in the culture. So that was the motivating factor. That was the impetus behind. That's the why behind Mandarin for the culture, because it is for our culture.
I'm glad you said it about the vernacular, because when we travel abroad, a lot of times people have studied a form of English that really is no longer spoken. It's not the regular vernacular of English. And everywhere you go in the United States, there's a different dialect. So one of the things that I think people who are studying any language needs to know is the dialect of the people. How did you decide how to find the common dialects that the people in China speak? Or are there different dialects of Chinese the way there are different dialects of English?
Absolutely. So the way it works is that in China, they have about 36 different provinces. And a province is equivalent to a state. So we have 50 states. China has about 36 provinces. And interestingly enough, for the most part, each province has their own, as you described, dialect. Oops. Hey, I'm still here, y'all.
Still here?
They all have their own dialect. So what happens is that in China, most students, they will go to school to learn a common dialect so that they will be able to communicate with one another throughout the country. And that is what we will refer to as, it's Putonghua. They refer to it as, yeah. So Putonghua, that means common language, common tongue. In English, Putonghua is Mandarin. So my meaning is that most Chinese students, citizens, they will go to school to learn Putonghua, or the common tongue, so that they communicate between each of their provinces, between each of their differing dialects. And so my book, the language, the dialect that I use is the Putonghua. And that way, it won't matter which province one of our learners goes to, they will not only be able to speak in a way that they're understood, but most importantly, as it relates to the confidence, they'll be confident in knowing that they understand what is being communicated to them. So my book is written using Putonghua. My book also has Chinese characters, and it also uses the pinyin system, which is a way to make it it simplifies the characters, because truth be told, if you see a Chinese character, you really don't have any idea how to pronounce that character. So the pinyin, I've included pinyin in the book, and it helps you to understand how to say each of the characters.
This is particularly fascinating to us because, last a couple of semesters ago, my associate, our dear host, co-host, Zelda, and we were working at one of the local schools, Betty Shabazz International Charter School, and they believe in being international. They taught different languages, so we were teaching podcast training, and we did a session with children in China because my niece teaches school in China.
Okay.
So we had the students speaking to each other. They because they're learning English.
Yes.
And we were able to teach them a few Chinese words so they could interact. And we talked about having a trip where we did some kind of school exchange where the students from here went there.
Yes.
Because we really do want to broaden the scope of American students, and especially we want the students in our community to have a world view, and being able to go and speak to their peers in their language and their peers learning their language, their dialect and everything else. I think that would be so powerful for the future and the way the human family interacts. So how do you foresee having this book widely circulated, maybe in schools, maybe making the connection so that we can plan trips to Asia and interact with people from China, understanding the culture? How do you see that as affecting perhaps relations in the future with this generation as they move into adulthood?
Sure. Well, it'll make a big difference because what this book and what I'm doing in general. So if I could just for a moment, in addition to writing the book, I'm also the executive director and the founder of Global Pathways Education and Publishing. And we have a Mandarin and Culture studio right on the south side of Chicago, over here in the Beverly community. And and what we do is not only do we offer language learning, but we also offer cultural exchange. We try to integrate into our programming as much about Chinese culture as possible. So not only are the students learning the language, but they're confident and they build their confidence in terms of being a global citizen. Not only can I speak the language, but I can go to this country and I understand the customs and I can understand the language and I can navigate this space and be able to realize my full self. So in answer to your question, the book is meant to encourage our students to see themselves as global citizens. It's an introductory book. It's for someone who's never spoken a word of Mandarin before, it's already ready for schools that offer a Mandarin language program, But right now, what we're pushing it for is not only for in-home study, for daycare centers, and ultimately, sure, we'd love to have it distributed throughout the entire country. It is the only African American written book that features African American authors and geared towards African Americans, African American graphic artists, and it's designed to pique the interest of our children when they're young, so that it becomes a part of them. I just was at Chicago Public Schools. They just hosted a multilingual forum on African American students and how we can get more language programs at the elementary school level for African American students. And so I spoke at the panel, and my position on this is that it's, to put it plainly, at one time and even today, it almost seems a little exotic, if you will, if you can speak a second language.
Oh, yes.
It seems kind of exotic. We need to step away from that. It needs to become essential.
Yes.
It needs to become essential, particularly for the African American community. I don't have to tell you, you go to any other country that's speaking 2 or 3 languages, and here we're almost refuting that. It's a waste of time. We don't see it. So there are opportunities that exist, and that's why I started Global Pathways. When I came back from teaching in China for nearly 10 years, I noticed that there was a gap between global opportunities and the people who have access to them. Okay, so part of the reason behind this book and the studio is to close that gap, to get our children exposed to it, so they'll be ready to be ready for the what's coming, which is actually already here.
It's already here. I'm gonna have to hook you up with Betty Shabazz. We're gonna work out this China trip.
Yes.
Me and my sister Zelda, we're gonna go back there and prepare them.
Yes.
And really, I would love to just spearhead the whole spreading of the concept that parents need to have this in their homes.
You said it.
Because we have to be multilingual. Everybody else's children learns multiple languages. And I'm grateful. My daughter, she went to Betty Shabazz International Charter School, and she has traveled abroad. She speaks 4 languages. I'm bragging on her now because,
As you should.
yeah. She speaks 4 languages, y'all. She's been in about 30 different countries, but she's a global citizen, and that's what we have to have all of our children. Get out the hood. Go to the world. We are global people, and we can master any language.
To add to what you were saying, parents, when you have a book like this in your home, it signals to your child that this is important.
Yes.
And that's where they learn what's important from. They learn it at home first. What you do, what you promote, is what they will in turn also believe to be important.
Absolutely.
So you said
it. And learn some words. Look, we have an active Chinatown here in Chicago.
Yes, we
It's
do.
no reason for us not to know the languages of the people that are living right in this city. So what you're doing is powerful, and it's going to transform this world. And this is what we talk about every single day. We are a global family, and it's time for us to meet the rest of our family and be able to speak to them in their language.
Those are our people.
They're all our people.
And there's a precedent for it too.
Yes.
One of the reasons that I started, if I can share a little bit about my origin story, if we have a moment.
Absolutely. We got a moment. Right here.
So how I actually became so interested in China. It started during my undergrad. I studied undergrad here. I'm a native Chicagoan. I attended Lynn Bloom. Swoop. Swoop, swoop. Okay. I attended Lynn. Don't play with my Lynn Bloom. So I attended Lynn Bloom High School, and then I went to Loyola University. So I'm native Chicagoan.
Oh, I went to Loyola. All right now.
Okay. So during my undergraduate years, I took a course in African American Studies, and in that course, we discussed the Civil Rights Movement. And it was there that I was able to make the connection. I realized that the Civil Rights Movement wasn't exclusive to what was going on in the United States. This is more international.
Ooh.
Okay,
Mhm.
civil rights movement is about what? Justice. Civil rights movement is about what? Equality, right? And so these were universal issues, right?
Yes, they are.
So that was the first seed that was planted in terms of being, learning more about the world. Later, I was taking a course in marketing. I was a marketing business major, taking a course in marketing. And in our course, we were talking, it was international business, and we were talking about, China's growing economic development. It was developing as a nation. So, this was something that stuck in my mind when I was an undergrad. And jokingly, I said to myself, you know what? Look here, man. All you got to do is sell one thing for $1 to everybody in the country, and you're a billionaire. so I said that in jest, but it was just something that stuck in my mind. Wow, emerging market. This is something. So fast forward, I was working. I had been working for a while, but that job the position was eliminated. So I was at a crossroad, and the opportunity presented itself to me to travel to China for 6 months.
Ooh.
Yeah, just to teach the language. So I took a chance on that and went over, and 6 months led to almost 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, almost 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Well, that is amazing. Well, I believe that your story will erase a lot of fears that people have, especially in the area of any Asian country that we have been kind of overwhelmed by. And it's not necessary. You can learn any language. You can come to understand any culture. And you can appreciate every history, like you said. Everybody has had to go through a struggle for equality. And all of us need to develop appreciation for the history of other people so that we know it's not just us that had to fight for rights and freedom and all that. It's everywhere. Everybody has had to do this. So we can stop being afraid and we can get to know our brothers and sisters over there in China. So come on down to the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair. Get this book and you'll meet so many very powerful authors, and you need to add this to your life. But thank you so very much. We appreciate you. We'll let you get back to your table so you can make that money.
Zaijian.
Okay. Zaijian. Okay, I got another one.
Thank you so much. We own shit. We own shit.
Well, we will continue on with more interviews at the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair. We're going to greet our global family, and then we'll be right back and show you some of the amazing sights here at Little Black Pearl on 47th and Greenwood, right here in Chicago. We'll be right back. Let us greet our global family watching from all across the world.
We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadef. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, Palestine, and Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all. Join us live on the on-air radio network called 727-731-5192. We want to talk to you.
And we are back here at the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair here at Little Black Pearl. And we're excited because we have met so many wonderful authors, and you need to have these books on your bookshelf. Now, this event was started off with a powerful moment, a spiritual acknowledgement of the importance of what we're doing here. So let's take a look at how this wonderful annual event was launched today by our own Asada, right here at Little Black Pearl, 47 and Greenwood. Wait a minute, let's.
The reason why, before I say that, you tell the man for being on time today. Even if you had challenges, you got here. Because when people walk through the door at 10, we do not say, oh, wait for me to set up. None of that. So we want them to come into this excellence and be wild, and that's what makes them buy. They want to pay and come back. So good. Now, the other reason I have us come this early is that we over the prayer. So I need you to come and let's get a circle going on. Come from around the table or whatever, and let's get a circle going on so we can bless this day. If you in the middle rows, come on out so we can circle on up. Hey, Michelle, wherever you are, come on over here. Michelle Renee. I got a lot of Michelle Renee. I got Michelle Renee. I need her. Come on, baby. Yes, I see the circle forming. So I want y'all to get this. I see my cameraman. Cameraman, you already know. Get this energy, baby. I see openness in the circle over there, so make sure y'all put it on the way over there. That's right, moving on down. Come on, Michelle. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then we're going to get a group shot after this, okay? That's why we come early, so we can do all the next, right? Woo! So, I heard who was on Channel 7 this morning. Give it up, baby. And look, it wasn't like, so we on really a lot. I heard they gave bullet points. I heard they talked about this is where you want to be for Black History Month. So when my girl Cassandra told me that in the car on the way over here, I just started. Yes. Because, you know, it takes not only putting this on, but you got to put it on well. And then you have to agree with me. You have to see it as valuable for it to be something. So if you're here, you saw this as valuable. Yes. The Creator got you today, baby. So I love you emotionally. You ain't never gonna hear me say I'm not gonna cry. Of course I'm crying. Look. I just want to wipe no snot on my shirt. Anyway, I want to give this over to Michelle. Give it up for Michelle because it's amazing. She said, can we do a Black History Book? I'm like, what? I don't do no Black History Book. But when she said it, I was well, what you want to do? Help with, but it's because of her you're saying. And I want her to lead us in prayer. We're going to pray in space. Father God, God, Abraham, in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, I speak, Father. And thank you for bringing us here together so we can share our work with the whole city of Chicago. Let the people come, Father, bring them in, bring some foot traffic, and let everybody sell out in Jesus' name. Yeshua, Mashiach. And I thank you, Father, for allowing all the writers to pour their hearts out into their work. Thank you, Lord. We bless you. We thank you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And you know what? It's important for our people, especially our children and young people, to see themselves in the literature. We have black books written by black people, for black people, for young black people, old black people who need to be healed, black people who just need a word of encouragement. This is a blessing. This is a blessing, and I thank you all for all being here. Oh my God, thank you so much. And lastly, I want to give it up to people who help make this possible in terms of the organizing. There's a tremendous amount of work that goes into making this go right, even down to this little name tag. I be like, I got some cards up from the other event. That's your name tag. Look at it. Oh, yeah, baby. So anyway, hallelujah. We're going to save on that one. A little paper clip, ooh, and some change. So anyway, but I just want to say thank you to sponsors. Michelle Renee is one of the sponsors. Give it up. And one of the other sponsors is the Dianetics Foundation. Raise your hand, baby. Give it up. I might know it, but one of the reasons you like me is because I'm a baby. You don't even know. Woo! What? That's right, 20-something years. But they help you with a lot of professional development, so make sure you visit them. And I want to thank Byron, the DJ. Give it up for Byron. Byron is tremendous. He has a company called IC Music. It is the only school in the country, in the world, that teaches sound production to the middle black. Thank you very much. Wow. And to his wife, Soulful, Harder, where you at? Yeah. She has a brain that I don't have. And she be saying stuff and I be like, oh, you deep. I be looking at her husband like, can you marry her too? Like, so she helps me sift through how it all works. So thank you, sponsors. There are other sponsors that will be out throughout the day. But let's go today and make this a wonderful, productive day. Yo, get your social media rolling live. If you live, and I'm live, and he live, and she live, they're gonna be like, what? What? So get it out there and let's make a lot of money into their job. Get it, please.
I'm good. Tell him I said hi.
All right.
Zelda got me.
Zelda got you. Let me see.
I just came back to say
Yes. Well, we are back, and we've got some fabulous people, as you see, authors and hosts that are joining us here. We're here at
move around with Deborah next Saturday, third Saturday, 12 noon Central Time, wherever you are in the world.
That's right.
All right, man.
Love y'all.
Right. Yes. We don't have to get Deborah to organize this China trip. We just got through talking to our China author. Yes. So we gonna move around all over this world.
I know that's right.
And we are excited because we've got a fabulous, not only author, but one of our premier new hosts on the Female Solution, coming out with her book, Love is Ya, Spiritual Character Building. And you've watched her show, coming on every second and fourth Monday of the month. You know that she is doing some spiritual character building. And she's got with her partner, I won't say in crime, her partner in holiness. Her partner in holiness. There you go. And So now introduce us to both of you all. Tell us a bit about what inspired this book and what you hope people to learn from even the work that you've done over the years in ministry.
Oh my goodness. Again, I am Yanaya E, and as she said, I am the host of Mercy Seat on the Female Solution Network on every second and fourth Monday of the month. And Love is Yah is inspired by the fact that we talk about love all the time, but who is really love? And how should love really be displayed? How do we truly learn how to love one another? And that's what Love is Yah. And for some individuals, love is God. If that's the way you want to, be able to say it, so you can have an understanding. But it is a character building book, and we always want to do better. We always want to be able to rise above, and that's what this book does. It helps us to identify with the characteristics of the Most High and how we should truly love one another. And that's what this book is really truly all about. So you have devotionals, you have the explanation, you have the fruits of the Spirit, and it really helps us to get to that place of being able to know how to love one another for real.
Wonderful. And introduce us to your wonderful husband.
Oh, that is the greatest moment of my life. My love is my husband, Mr. Daryl Lockett, in the house, my support and my partner. And Father is doing some great things, and I'm really excited. So this is my little champion right here, my little support system, and I am so happy to have him with us. Yes.
Well, I always really love seeing husband and wife couples, because this helps our community understand how to go about building relationships, building partnerships, building a community. If you can get that foundation right, then everything else follows suit. And this is critical for what we have to teach our young people today. So many of them don't understand the process. They don't understand this doesn't just happen. You have to work at it, and it first comes with that spiritual work. So now many people are wondering, well, what if I'm not religious? What if I left the church, left the mosque, left the synagogue? I'm mad at some people. Is God mad at me? What happens if I'm just not into religion? Can people still get spiritual understanding?
Wow. Let me answer that question. So what I always share with people, I am not religious. I am spiritual. And there is a difference, right? And so our spiritual being is being able to connect. And if you just took the time to read, we would come to know something, right? If nothing else, we want respect, right? We want to be kind. You want people to be gentle. How people deal with you is so important. And so that's where we are. The rest of it can come along, with the identity of God or Yah, if you want to use the name. That will come into play. But right now, if nothing else, we want to be able to have great characters, a great character. We want to be able to love people and people love us back, respect people, honor people. And so that's what that's more so about, not about religion. It has nothing to do with religion, but it has everything to do with spiritual character.
Yes. We all have a spirit. And of course, we've got a question because they need to come on down. Argy wants to know how long we're going to be here. You are going to be here.
Well, we're going to be here until 6 o'clock.
All right.
Right? So we're going to be here for the duration of the time. So come on down. You can come. You can ask me any questions, whatever you want. You'll be able to see, what it's all about. And I'm inspired because let me tell you something. It should be with anybody. Who don't want to love or be loved?
Absolutely.
Who don't? And we don't want to turn love into a religious thing. We want to turn it into a character of being.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that people often misunderstand. Spirit. Yeah. I mean, you are a spirit inside a body. You are not a body.
Yes.
So if you get the spirit right, everything else.
Oh, it all lines up.
Yes.
It all comes into place. And baby, you can feel free to say anything if you want to say something too. Because let me tell you something. When we think about neglect or abuse or all of the other things that take place, that does not make us feel good at all. No one wants to feel that. No one wants to feel tormented, right? And so when we really learn how to love and be consistent in love, right? Because I often say sometimes, Naima, we'll say, "Oh, I love you," and as soon as something happens, "I hate you," right? But when we learn how to build that character within inside of us, then we're not so easily distracted or easily wanted to fall out of love, because that doesn't happen. I promise you, love is consistent no matter what. So
Absolutely.
that's what we want to be able to learn. We want to really learn what or who love really is. And once we get that, maybe we can tap into anything. Things roll off of us like or oil in water, right? Wax on the car. You put water on it, just roll right on off. That's what we want to do. Things just roll off. Why? Because we want to know how to truly love one another.
Yes. Yeah. And of course, your show, Mercy Seat with Unaya E.
Yes.
It gives people a chance to even understand how the scriptures often are reflecting in lessons that people can learn.
Yes.
And if people will just reflect on what they're being taught from the ancient times,
yes,
it still applies today, some basic principles. So I know you've got to get back to your table and keep making that money selling these books. But since you're both here, give us perhaps a word of advice on how to go about the process of forgiveness when couples may have an impasse, somebody's mad about something. What are some of the things they should do?
I'm gonna let my partner, my husband, I'm gonna let him say something, because I don't want to just be sitting here, because he is a man with wisdom, very strong man, and very impactful. So I want to give him that opportunity before I say something else, right? So I want you to share that, baby.
Well, briefly, in regards to the topic of forgiveness, it took me 58 years to find out why it is important to forgive yourself. Believe it or not, we go around, I talk about it all the time, we go around, forgiving people and asking for forgiveness. But the harm that we cause people had to do with the harm that we cause ourselves first. And as the old saying go, hurt people hurt people. And when you're hurt, the only way you're going to find healing is to be able to admit that you have a problem, analyze that problem, deal with that problem, and then once you can deal with you, you'll be able to deal with others. But until then, forgive yourself.
That right there, see, I told you he has some meat. Didn't I tell you he has some meat? Because let me tell you something. Even from a spiritual perspective, if we were to say biblically, right? When the word says, if you do not forgive men their trespasses, the Father won't forgive you of yours, right? But why would we want to hold on to something? Because that's some weight that is we're carrying that we don't have to carry. I had a lady that comes on my women's group, and let me tell you something. We were talking about forgiveness, and when we went in and we were talking about forgiveness, and it was a movie, and I'm not a part of the movie. I'll get royalties from the movie, but I will want to share. It's called The Shack. You watch The Shack. The Shack right there is about a movie of forgiveness. So I had the ladies all watch the movie and everything, and she called me up, and she was crying, and she was boo-hooing, and she was just so grateful. And she said, I did not realize how carrying that unforgiveness was so heavy upon me. So let me tell you guys, learn how to love, because when you learn how to love, you'll learn how to forgive. When you learn how to forgive, you'll learn how to move and shift in ways like never before. So you want to be able to get this. Love is Yah. I promise you. You want to get love is Yah, and you want to be able to know and understand that forgiveness is so important for you as well as for everyone else.
Yes. Wise words. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, Naima.
Well,
it's always such a pleasure. I always love sharing the screen with you, dear. I do. Love you all.
Y'all come on down.
Come on down here to the Little Black Pearl. We have many authors out here. And even if you don't choose to get Love Is Y'all, maybe there might be something out there that you may want to get. But get Love Is Y'all, though. But I'm okay. But there's other authors out here, too. So please come on down and just share a moment with us. And let's just share some love.
Share the love.
Share the love.
Right.
Thank you. I'm going to call you Yanaya. I was going to say thank you, Yanaya. Thank you, Naima. And thank all of you all. Take care and have a great day.
Yes. Well, all right. Thank you all so much for sharing this moment with us. We are so excited to be able to bring you these wonderful authors, and definitely grateful that they are gracing our platform on the Female Solution so that you can continue to hear wisdom. Yes, these not just folks just hanging around. They have wisdom and they're sharing it through books. And that's what this Soulful Chicago Book Fair is all about. It's about sharing the wisdom. And when you write a book, that wisdom continues on for a lifetime. So we are going to bring you a message. We're going to take a break and we will be right back. So stay with us.
Education Nation, live on the Female Solution Global Network. Every second and fourth Sunday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Intention of Education Nation.
All right, let us see if we can bring on this image.
Peace and love. I'm Michelle Renee, host of Education Nation live.
Wait. All right, here we go. And we'll be right back.
I'm Michelle Renee, host of
No. Come on back. Here we go.
Live on the Female Solution Global Network every second and fourth Sunday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. The intention of Education Nation is to raise awareness about the literacy crisis and to offer information to combat the problem. The goal is to awaken an army of reading coaches and mentors. You will experience guests who are doing their part in the community to ensure youth in their circles are reading and thinking critically. I look forward to serving you in this capacity. Literacy is freedom, and Education Nation will offer information and strategies to help ensure our young people stay free.
Yes. We want our young people to stay free. Definitely a powerful message, and you're going to meet this sister who has graced our platform every second and fourth Sunday, and she brings us some insight about how we can go about empowering young people and even elders who might have some issues with literacy to learn how to read and use the language. As you can see, the use of language is a critical skill, and it will determine the quality of your life. So we're going to be right back after this quick break and remind us how it's necessary for us to be our brother and sister's keeper as we look upon those who, for whatever reason, have fallen through the cracks and need our help
And of course, as always, we appreciate you for all that you do and joining us every day on the Female Solution Global broadcast. And we will be right back as we take a look at some powerful work being done by our sister Zelda Speaks every day. Smells like.
You can't go to no African restaurant being no hurry. It is not fast food. They got to cook it.
Ooh, did this stop? All right, wait a minute. Let's try it again. All righty. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. We have to hold it down a little bit.
Housing for the homeless, because my little brother, in which we're doing this documentary for, Douglas Robinson, your death will not be in vain.
He was a heck of a great dude.
And I love Doug. Doug loved me.
Just being around him, he had a good spirit. He was a healing person.
They are there.
Get SROs back.
When you give to the poor,
should not be forced out of their neighborhoods when it goes through a period of transformation.
Because there are too many people who are losing their homes to taxes because they can't pay a $1,000 tax bill.
more about the power we have to grow our own food. And there are authors here that are addressing so many self-empowering things, everything from learning electricity to learning some basic literacy skills. And all of it starts with our ability to choose knowledge and not be helpless. So naturally, if we are sharing information and people are having a chance to learn something through a book, then we want them to learn it. And we showed you the very powerful opening of this event. Opening with prayer, because people are on a spiritual mission. Definitely on a spiritual mission. And that's what the book fair is about. So we just want to remind you of the importance of this event, especially because so many authors are here to introduce you to knowledge that you can get without going to college. You can get this information by simply purchasing some books and reading. And that's the importance of the Soulful Chicago Book Fair. And every Tuesday we introduce you to authors. Let's take a look.
What's up, guys? It's Osada, the host of the Gathering of the Griots podcast, part of the Female Solution.
Let's see if we can bring her on the screen. One more time. Here we go.
What's up, guys? It's Osada, the host of the Gathering of the Griots podcast, part of the Female Solution. Want you to join us every Tuesday morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And guess what we do? We interview authors of the Soulful Chicago Book Fair. The books, the experiences, the lifestyles, all of it with fervor. So be there right on the Soulful Chicago Book Fair YouTube page or on the Female Solution Facebook page. We look forward to having you and all our literary essence. Peace.
I can't leave. Yeah, I need to get somebody. I can't leave though, because I can't leave. And we are back, and we are grateful. Whoops. We're grateful that every Tuesday we have had a chance to meet some of these authors up close and personal. We've had a chance to talk to them. We've had a chance to get to know the reasons why they are choosing to share their information. And if you've missed any of the interviews, you most certainly can go back in the archives. And I want to introduce you to this wonderful lady whose face you just saw. And one of the most powerful things that you can do is teach children how to read.
Yes.
So we want to welcome to the show today,
Hello.
Michelle Renee.
Hi. Hi. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me back here. I appreciate it.
Yes. Well, I appreciate you coming. And we just saw your wonderful commercial there.
Oh, yes.
And she's gracing our platform every second.
Hallelujah.
And fourth Sunday of the month, 12 noon. Education Nation.
Yes. The goal of Education Nation is to raise awareness in our community that we have a literacy problem. Many of our young people, the older ones especially, they don't know how to read. And if they can pronounce words, they don't know what they mean. And they have a hard time using those words in context and using context clues in their reading. They are, I hate to say it, but we have a problem. And so the goal of Education Nation is to make us aware of the problem. Now, we've had this problem since I've been in education, which I started in 1979. And it has not gotten any better. So what we need to do as a community is we need to come together and let the village be the village for real. We say all the time that it takes a village to raise a child. Well, I would like to suggest and challenge that the village look at the young people around you, in your household, next door to you, cousins. If you're somebody's aunt or uncle, tap into the children around you and be a mentor and a tutor in reading. Make sure that they can read and understand. Buy them books. Come to the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair right now. And the next time we have this book fair, make sure your children can read. Make sure that you're not relying on the school system to ensure that they're reading.
Do not rely on the school
Rely
system.
on
You
your
need to have
family.
your own home library.
Yes.
Come on down here. I mean, there's so many books that you can add to your library, and you should be reading them to your children until they can read.
Yes, please.
And when they see you reading, that will encourage
Take
them
them to the
to read.
library. Take them to the bookstore. We know that we have a bed and a dresser set of dresser drawers in our children's room. Put a bookshelf in there,
and put books
make
in
sure
it.
that there are books on it, and as they grow and mature, that you rotate those books.
Yes,
we have a problem, y'all, and we got to figure out how to do this. We got to make sure our children stay free, and I'm serious about that.
Reading was free. So tell us about your book.
I brought this book over because it is it's a story about a grandmother who experienced a difficult marriage. She realized that she should have chosen better as a young woman. So she wrote all of her experiences down in her journals, and they were tucked away in the attic. Her grandmother, her granddaughter, happened to go in the attic to help her do some cleaning, and she found her journals. And it came in a timely manner because the grandmother sees that her granddaughter is choosing wrong. She's choosing the exact same way that she chose as a young woman. So she uses the opportunity as a teachable moment to use her journals to tell her granddaughter how to choose a mate. And it's a very interesting story. Come to the book fair and get it, or you can find the book on my website, michellerenee.com.
All right, fabulous. You know, as you tell that story about, and I was just having that conversation with a sister the other day, the fact that we have to start teaching young women how to make better choices.
We do. Before they make the choice and get in a big, huge mess.
Absolutely.
Because then, it makes it so much more difficult.
The choices we make
before
shape the world.
Yes, absolutely.
And the children that we're bringing into the world, when we bring them into difficult circumstances, when we're not quite mature enough to make good decisions,
it impacts our children.
It impacts
everybody.
So we need our mothers to understand the power that they have in the decisions that they make. Even in your household, like you said, have a bookshelf. When you buy your children a whole bunch of toys and all they do is sit around and or play video games or stare at a screen, and you're not encouraging reading, you're disempowering them.
And let them see you read.
They have to see you reading. They have to see the connection between reading and the power to choose, the power to make good decisions, the knowledge. They have to see it. It's not something you send them off to school to do. They need to do it at home. Definitely. So I'm so grateful that you with Education Nation are sounding the alarm. we need to handle this illiteracy issue before it engulfs us. And we've got some comments here, and so excited. Yes, happy Sunday. Yes.
Happy first
And
day of
says,
the week. Happy Sunday.
Yes. It's so grateful that you all are joining us. Come on down. If you're in the Chicagoland area, come on down to the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair here, 1060 East 47th Street. That's 47th in Greenwood. And if they're out of town and miss you, give us that website again.
MichelleRenee.com. MichelleRhenea.com. MichelleRenee.com.
Yes, and if for any reason you couldn't write fast enough, just rewind the video, or you can go to our website, thefemalesolution.com. Her information is all there, along with the dates of her shows.
So you can, the second and fourth Sunday.
That's right.
Every month.
Tune on in, 12 noon Central Time.
The thing about the show is you won't only hear my voice. You're going to hear the voices of other educators who agree that we have a problem and who have answers for what they're doing about it and what they would suggest that you do about it. Let's be the village that we always talk about.
That's right.
It takes a village to raise our children. Let's be that now. It's time.
It's time to be that village. We thank you so very much for being a leader in the village and setting an example of what leaders do.
Hallelujah.
We have to read.
Please
thank you so
do.
much.
Bye-bye.
Get back and sell some more of them books. And we want y'all to come on down and buy a few as well. If you got children, you need to have those books for them. Absolutely. And this is a critical thing. I've seen so many children's books here, and I really think that parents have to choose to buy their children books as gifts, as opposed to just sitting them in front of a TV screen. Buy them a book so that they can know how to use their imagination, have images in their own minds, and develop their own stories, because that's really what creates intelligence. Using your imagination. When you sit them in front of a screen all the time, they don't have to think. They don't have to think, and they won't think if they're not challenged to think. So we're going to take a break and take a look at some of the things that you can enjoy during the week on the Female Solution Global Broadcast.
Welcome to Masterforce with me.
Alrighty there.
Welcome to Masterforce with me.
Yeah, we went a little slow. Let's bring on some of our wonderful hosts. And throughout the week, we're on twice a day. 7 a.m. and 7 p.m.
Welcome to Masterforce with Mushim Suit. Join us each week on Thursdays at 7 a.m. Central, live on Facebook and YouTube on the Female Solution page, as we dive into powerful topics designed to assist you in mastering your life force. Our conversations feature a diverse lineup of experts, all dedicated to your growth. Tune in weekly to discover new ways to elevate your spirit and raise your vibration. And remember, we are ascending.
Yes, we are ascending. We are making a difference. And, there's some of these books that you probably need to be getting for your children. So let's take a look at some decisions about how your children are going to spend their time. And when you buy them a book, you're giving them power. So take a look at one of these that could possibly address something that your child to understand. Oh, wait a minute. Let's try it again.
Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to take a breath. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool, teaches him to have a rest. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool, teaches him to do his best. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool, teaches him to ace his test. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool, teaches him to trust himself. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool, teaches him to choose good food. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool, teaches him to see his best. Mommy teaches the young ninja, teaches him to be cool. Mommy teaches the young ninja.
Yes. Well, we are certainly grateful to have with us none other than Mama Joy, who is one of those that has been with us on the Female Solution for the past several years, and you can see her shows in the archives, and we're seeing her as a guest periodically, and maybe seeing her pop up once again.
Yes.
Doing international work. She's here at the Soulful Chicago Book Fair. Tell us about some of your purchases that you have been inspired to get.
Well, I tell you, number one, thank you. Thank you, my sister Naomi. You know, it's always a pleasure to be a supporter of Soulful Female Solution.
Yes.
And I was delighted yesterday with your new host, Messiah,
yes,
yesterday, and I invite each one and every one of you to really find out about these amazing hosts that are coming up on this channel, because they're doing a fantastic job. And today I was so stunned by the quality and the number of young women and even older women, the number of women that are publishing now.
Yes.
And
yes. We have a voice now.
Yeah, and one stood out to me as soon as I saw it. They say, what to do.
Ooh.
And maybe that's something, says, what to do when you believe in something. What do you do? So
what do you do when you
believe in something?
When you believe in something.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's DJ Towns Thompson.
Yeah. What do you do? And what is it you believe in?
Yes.
Because whatever it is that you believe in, you should be in the process of doing something with it.
That's right. That's right.
Right
Don't
now,
just talk
we
about
need
it. Be
people.
about it.
Be about it. And so I really want to hats off to you for inviting me here. And I'm not going to hold up. We've got other folks that
tell us a little bit about yourself before you leave, because this is an international person. So tell us about some of your work before
I gallivant. Well, well, yes, I've been blessed to go to a number of places, and I am. My last trip to Korea, I don't know how many people know of the kind of persecution that women are having all over the planet, particularly in those who are in religious realms, And with this female solution, I really appreciate it because it reminds me that no matter where you are as a woman, we are the answer to the solution. Hello.
Yes. All right.
Because
Mama
we
Joy.
because we discovered, that.
That's right. Yes.
Well, Minister Farrakhan used to. Well, he says that a nation cannot rise no higher than a woman, than its woman. And then yesterday, as I was preparing for a talk later today, the Spirit gave it to me that a nation cannot rise as high as a mother believes or think about herself.
Ooh, that's it. What did we just say about women and the way they need to make better choices? Think about yourself. You are reflecting the whole nation. So the nation can rise no higher than how we think about ourselves. That's powerful. Yes, absolutely. So before you go, tell us where you'll be speaking at today.
Oh, today I will be speaking on here, Facebook, on YouTube today, and it is about mothers healing the nation. Because as we come into the belief of something new or something that we believe in, and I'm so happy to be still a part of the team of Female Solution.
Always part of the team.
We are here always to encourage.
Yeah.
And feel good about that. And I have talked so many years now, even through my pain and my suffering. But now I see that the power is in being able to move out of the pain and speak of the joy. When we are able to interpret, knowing that the divine mind of God does nothing to defeat us, does nothing for harm, it's always for our good. The lessons we must learn how to learn.
Learn how to learn.
We must learn how to learn the lessons and turn these afflictions and these pains and sufferings into victory. Why? Because we're still here.
We're still here. That means our job is not done.
Unfinished business.
Unfinished business.
Yes. Emancipation is on the paper, but now we got to bring them, emancipation in our lives.
That's right.
Close that one out.
Bring it out to fruition.
Bring it out.
That's right.
Do the unfinished work. And mothers, we need you.
Yes.
Because we are the solution.
We are the solution. All right. That's Dr. Cotton.
Take
Mama
care.
Joy.
I love you.
I love you much. Thank you so much
All
for coming
right.
by to
Thank
drop
you.
some words
Thank
of
you.
wisdom. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is why we're here. This is why we are here, and this is why we do what we do, to bring that wisdom. I am fantastic. Bringing another fabulous author, somebody you need to come on down and meet and buy this book. And I love these illustrations. My best friends and me, a story of childhood cancer. This is powerful. And when you have children that are going through a challenge, they really need a lot of understanding, and parents need a lot of encouragement.
Yes.
So we know there's a backstory to this. Tell us, what was your motivation? And I'm just reading what this says right here. This book was written to give you some rays of hope and peace in the midst of your storm.
Yes.
And to wish you love, God's grace, prayers, and strength to continue to fight for more research and more funding from us all against this dreaded and terrible disease until it is totally eradicated from the children and adults alike.
Yes.
Here we are.
Yes. So actually, the book was actually written actually from true life experiences. I actually had an uncle that passed away from lung cancer when I was a kid, and I had a cousin. Another time I remember from breast cancer. Then I had a cousin when she was only 9 years old. That's from childhood cancer. So that's what caused me to write the book. And actually, it's written in a way that you can read it to a child that a child can understand.
That's
so yeah. So I mean, so I'm telling you, it's a beautiful storyline. Like it's a story of love, hope, faith and family. So I mean, and actually we plan on making it to an animated film. So that's
I see the animations here. Yes.
Yes.
I see she already got characters. Yeah, that's wonderful.
And I actually created those characters maybe 15 years ago myself. Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at this.
This is great. And that book, Being Blue Makes Me Blue. That book. And it's about bullying, and he overcomes bullying through self-love, perseverance, and determination. Wow. And he ended up finding out who he was, and he began to celebrate and write poems and to give speeches in class.
Wow.
After he began to affirm his own self. After being bullied. Yeah.
I got my nephew's coming here, my great nephew, and I'm gonna advocate that they buy him this book.
And I have one more thing, guys. This is the same character on that book.
Ooh,
and
Three Bird Math.
Slam Jam. And I actually just finished an educational video game. It's a math game using those characters inside both of those books. It should be available for download probably within the next month. It'll be on Google Play Store and Apple Music, but you're learning math and playing basketball at the same time. So your child is learning, so you can't get mad because he's on a video game because he's learning math. And it's going to be, like I said, multiplication, add and subtraction.
Oh, I love that. See,
like the John Sims, published Children of God, the cartoon creator. I'm on Amazon, bookbaby.com, Books A Million. If you Google the name John Sims, Children of God, it'll come up. I actually Googled myself, and it tripped me out. It told me everything about myself. I'm like, wow.
I am.
So that means God is moving.
That's right.
I can Google myself, and it comes up. So
that's right.
Y'all check me out. I got more to come. The third book is coming soon. It's about fire prevention.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
This is great.
And fire safety. Yeah.
Just beautiful colors, beautiful illustrations, and look at this! That's fabulous.
Thank you guys.
Wonderful, and such an important story because parents don't know how to talk to children who are going through challenges, health challenges, challenges at school, and a lot of times children don't know how to talk about when they're bullied because sometimes they are made to feel ashamed, like, I don't want people to know I'm scared. These are the kind of books that open the subject. Yes. So we are excited. And we want to thank you for coming by. You all come on down here, buy this book, and make sure you read it with your children.
Yes. You won't be disappointed, I promise.
You will not be. Yes. Now tell us your name one more time.
My name is John Sims, published Children's Book author, cartoon creator. I got more books to come. I got one about a spelling bee, and I got one about fire safety and fire prevention coming out soon. And then the video game, and the animated film soon after. So, John Sims, y'all can Google it, y'all can check it out. Y'all won't be disappointed,
Spelled like it sounds. JOHNSIMS. John Sims. Here we go.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you so
for
much.
The support.
All right, we'll let you get back to selling these books, making that money, and put smiles on children's faces. Thank you so very much. Yes. Well, this is where you need to be. If you have children, if you have grandchildren, if you have nieces and nephews, this is where you need to be. This is what you need to be showing them. Let them pick out books that they like. Let them use their imaginations. This is what books do. Books give you the power of the mind. And we going to be joined with our wonderful, illustrious host, Zelda, who herself is an author.
An author who was feeding her face. Can y'all see this? Oh, no. We usually have food here at the Black Soulful Chicago Black History.
So now we've given an opportunity for people to learn about gourmet cuisine at 1126 East 47th Street.
And
all right
food
now.
Is simply.
They took advantage of an opportunity. They hungry people down the street. Let me go and feed them. Yes, and this looks like some good stuff too.
And I want to thank you, Asada, for not having food here today so that we can experience this food.
All things in
it is simply
order.
exquisite. Just like you are, my sister. Just Black excellence. Just excellence, period. All over the place.
Oh, yes. this is really, I mean, I am so impressed with these authors. And if we can get parents to build a library in their home, get some books, like one of our previous speakers said, get a bookshelf. Okay, you got the bed, you got the dresser, get a bookshelf in that room and put books in it.
It's not going to help them. This
books
will. You always talking about your babies stay in your pocket. They want all your money. Give them a reason to want to go in your pocket.
Yes.
Teach them. And you know, children who can speak another language, their income doubles and triples and quadruples. So while they're on their phone TikToking, have them big bocking with a book. Book bocking.
Absolutely.
We better coin that word.
I know. To get a patent on it. But yeah, you know, and I think about the experience that we had with the children in China. And because see, they're learning. That reason why my nieces are teaching is because they're learning English, and they're learning, and just like my daughter taught children in South Korea, they want the American dialect. They're not, you know, learning from a computer. They want to speak the language as we speak it. They learn in a slang. They learn all because their intention is to be global citizens. They can travel and talk to people and not sound foreign. So they already understand. Yeah. So we need to be doing the same thing. We need to be teaching our children how to speak the language that the people speak, so that they can interact. They can go anywhere in the world and work.
Babies are already, you birth geniuses.
Yes.
So let them become the genius that they are. Don't stop them with these so-called toys. You're Bill Gates and what's this other guy name said they don't even let their children use iPads, and they made iPads. What does that
tell you? People do not stifle the intelligence of their own children. So do not stifle ours. When I listen to some of these rappers, it's fast, you know, when you talk that fast, that means your brain is moving fast.
That's right.
And you can put words together and they rhyme and they got a rhythm and everything. That means your mind you are genius.
Genius level.
That's where you are.
And don't let nobody tell you anything other
That's
than.
right.
And if they do, tell them come see us.
That's right.
We got a story for them.
We got a story
We're going to tell them the real truth. The real deal Holyfield. Yeah.
That's right. So when our children get the knowledge in their minds, then they can reinterpret it in their own language, in their own culture. And I have heard some great political satire coming from some of our young people. They can make a rap out of all kinds of things. So we want all of you who are watching this to make sure in your child's bedroom is a library with books that they can read. They get bored, take a book off the shelf.
What about their own books? Their own books. Because kids like to see them. Children like to see themselves in the books. Just like when you look at a movie and you want to see yourself, your children want to see the same things in their books. So we can teach them how to write their own.
Ooh, that sounds like a project. Okay, let's make it happen.
And that way they can get out your pocket. Because they'll have their own pocket to dip into.
Well, you know, and I know she's working her table, but we talked to patients who wrote her first book at 7.
Sure did.
7 years old. She hasn't been here yet. You know, she be working hard. You know,
we go get patients.
But if she got somebody who can watch her table for a minute,
I'll watch her table because she needs to come talk because she's a young person.
Yes. You know, you're never too young, and you know, and I tell this story in our upcoming book. I've written a book with my 3 sisters, who I host a show with 3 Black moms with on Sundays, and my father brought these empty books, just lines in them from the post office where he used to work. It's books with lines, hardcover. And said, well, it might be something you all want to just use, you know, write little stories. And my sisters, because I hadn't started school yet, my sisters, they were writing books, and they were like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. And all they had was an empty book with lines, and they would write stories. So you can get your children to become authors very early. So I tell that story in our upcoming book, Growing Up Charles, about how they became authors very early. All you got to do is just give them the thought, because they already got an imagination. So, of course, we have with us, we know she got to rush back to that table, but come on down and have a seat. Patience. This is the daughter of Asada. And she's an author, starting out 7 years old, writing. And we want you to inspire people today. Tell us, first of all, what gave you the idea you could, tell your story at age 7?
Well, my mother wrote the words, and I actually took all the photos. And
she's now a professional photographer, so see how you start a career?
Yes. And I believe one day I just asked my mom. I mean, we lived in New York, so there's a bunch of like rich people around getting on the train. And I was like, I want to be rich. And she said, okay, you have to do something to be rich. And she's an author, so we created a book. And my book is about traveling through the city and different ways to travel. New York City.
Yes. And how important is that when you don't have a car to be able to get around?
Quite important. To know how to travel around whatever city you're in is really important, just in case, even if you do have a car, if it breaks down, you can get around easily.
Yes, definitely. And I know she had empowered you really to be multimedia with the whole Urban Girl Adventures series and videos, and now of course you're a professional photographer. Tell us about your professional photography. People who want work done, how can they reach you?
So I am a editorial fashion photographer. I work on photo shoots mainly for that you would see as a magazine cover. I'm in school. I go to Columbia College. I'm about to graduate in May. Yay.
Right now.
And I do take bookings from anyone for events or studio shoots, but mainly I do work on fashion work.
Right now. And what's your website? People to go and see your stuff and book you.
So my website is patiencephotography.com.
Spell it for those people who not quite smart enough to figure it out.
Okay.
I shouldn't say that, but y'all know how you are.
It's PATIENCE photography.com. And also I have an Instagram where my most updated stuff goes usually. And it's Patience JPG. So that's PATIENCE JPG.
All right. Fabulous. Well, we thank you so much for giving us a moment. I know you work hard and keep it all together and make it go right. But thank you so much for inspiring us today. All right. We'll see you again soon. And there is, of course, you're never too early to put the thought in the mind of a child. Now, what did she say? I want money. Her mother said, okay, come up with a skill. Come up with something that you can do that people will pay you. And there you have it. So did the photography for her first book at age 7. And, we're gonna show you the book, of course, because you need to come on down and buy some books for your children and yourself. And if you don't have a practice of reading, if you're pregnant, start reading to that child as it's growing in the womb. Start reading to that child before it is even born. That's what you need to do. Yes. So, while you're up, maybe you can get a copy of Patience's book so that we can show that to our audience, because writing a book is not an impossible task. It really is not. You have a chance to learn some things and teach some things. When you're an author, you have a chance to share your wisdom, your knowledge, your skills, your abilities, and you have a chance to inspire people. And of course,
look what we have here.
Welcome to Conversations We Don't Have, Escaping Jezebel's Web. And I am your host, Kasira LV, aka Lady K. So This is a faith-led, healing-centered podcast. It is created for women and men who are tired of pretending they are okay, while silently struggling with cycles they fully don't even understand themselves. Here, we can talk about the conversations many people avoid: unhealthy relationships, emotional bondage, motherhood, fatherhood struggles, repeated patterns, spiritual confusion, and the moments we question ourselves, but rather say out loud. This show is led by the Holy Spirit. It is shaped by real life experiences, and it is grounded in truth. Sometimes we're going to challenge our thinking, sometimes we're going to confirm it, and sometimes we're going to just lovely correct it. Not with judgment, but with wisdom, honesty, and healing facts. Escaping Jezebel's web isn't about blaming a person. It's about recognizing the patterns, breaking free from the manipulation, control, and self-betrayal, and choosing growth, clarity, and freedom. This is a space of transparency, accountability, and restoration. These are the conversations we don't have until now. Let's go talk about them.
And that is Lady K, Kasira, who you have been introduced to on the Female Solution Global broadcast. And you're excited. She's a new member of the team of hosts that bring you powerful, impactful shows. And you can watch her every second and fifth Saturday on the Female Solution. And we're going to meet her in a minute because she's also an author here at the book fair. And as we just met Patience, Urban Girls Adventures of Little Ladies in the City. Look at Urban Girls Travel. You see her looking out the window of public transportation vehicle. You know, the thing about children seeing themselves in a book, it inspires them. And knowing that someone 7 years old wrote the book, that is amazing. So now, of course, she's grown up, got her own photography business, starting out very early. We have to give our children a vision early in life. So we're all about inspiration and motivation. And that's why when we have a conversation, we want to leave you with the thought that you have the power to change your destiny and the destiny of so many others. And we've got some comments here. And, you know, I'm just loving this. Yes. Well, we appreciate you so much. Yes. And she said, Naima, you look like you're having fun there. Yes, I sure am. I'm having fun, child. I sure am. Thank you for watching. We are having fun. And the good thing about this is that these are people who have invested enough time in this where they can see that they're having an impact. They're having an impact on their families. They have an impact on schools. People who work in schools can get books that can open their children's minds, whether it's learning another language, learning how to get around the city. I mean, just think about it. If you need to use public transportation, your child needs to know how to get around. They need to know how to navigate the city wherever they are. That is a skill. And it's too many people, you know, get out, jump in a car. They couldn't tell you what street is where. If something happens and they get lost, they can't even explain what side of town they live on. So we need to empower our children with knowledge. And that's what is so impactful in this event. When people come up with a book idea and they're able to take that idea from thought to fruition, they see how they're changing lives. And she says, yes, I can tell. Yeah, I'm having a great time. I love books. I've always loved books. And what made me have a love for books, and again, this is part of what we are talking about in our upcoming book, Growing Up Charles. My family name was Charles before I was married, all that sort of thing. But myself and my two sisters who've written this book, I talk about how our mother read us bedtime stories. We were very young, and so I know all of the classic fairy tales and everything, but she read to us, and that is a very important interactive activity, because when children hear you read, they learn language that much quicker. If you never talk to them, they don't learn to speak as quickly. And one thing, and I say this to all of my sisters and brothers who are of childbearing and child producing age, don't talk baby talk to your children. Speak to them, and I'm glad my mother told me this. When people talk baby talk, you're imitating the way your child is talking. Their child is trying to imitate you. They're trying to listen and hear and pronounce the words and syllables. So, it comes like, don't do that. Do not imitate them. Speak to them in a clear voice, enunciate, talk very clearly, because they will imitate the sounds that you make. That's how they learn. That's how they learn how certain words mean certain sounds. So when you read, they learn that certain letters mean certain sounds. So if a child can put together pictures and words, they learn how to read that much quicker. So this is a fabulous book that Patience has created, doing photographs, pictures at the age of 7. But you look at her talking about the progression of getting to one point of the city to the next, showing a picture of it. Next is the bus that takes us across town, and she's got a picture of the bus. I mean, these are the kinds of things that helps a child learn how to read. Picture, image, word, sound. So we want literacy. We want multilingual literacy. This book that shows the Chinese characters and the sounds and the words and the meaning. The sooner we give our children books that champion the cause of literacy and teach words and put together thought into words, the more intelligently they can speak. We hear a lot of profanity because that's the language that our children have learned. Ah, yes. Can't wait to meet them. Yes, absolutely. So we've got some activities going on outside, and we are excited because we have a chance to get more books, to meet more authors, and to introduce you to some of the people who are shaping thought. So we're grateful. And we're grateful for all of you who have joined us today and who are being a part of the revolution, the mental revolution. Yes, this is a revolution for sure. And we're going to show you a little bit of footage from earlier today, as this actually was a process in putting together this event. So we want to show you just a bit. And if you are considering coming down to the Soulful Chicago Book Fair, I think we might have a little snag here. We don't want to overwork the internet system here. But we're going to give you an opportunity to hear more from these authors when you go back into the archives on the Female Solution Facebook and YouTube channels. Go to our YouTube channel and go to the Soulful Chicago Book Fair channel, the Gathering of the Griots, and watch some of those interviews, and they'll tell you all about these books. And hey, LaToya, yes. So for those who are influencing young people, surround yourself with books so that they will learn how to read and they will value reading. So we're going to remind you of a few more of our hosts during the week before we go, because we want you to join us every day on the Female Solution global broadcast so that you can be informed and inspired.
Leaders of nonprofits empowering worlds. Let's go.
But the vision that God gave me after.
Leaders of nonprofits empowering worlds. Let's go.
But the vision that God gave me, I felt that it was time for me to step out and work on the vision that God gave me.
We need look no further. We have a unique voice. We have a unique talent pool.
Yes. So join us every Thursday evening, and we will introduce you to Nonprofits Empowering Worlds with Bridget. And then we have on Fridays, of course, we encourage you to join us. Before we bring it up, let's remind you of our host, Yanaya.
Father, forgive us. Can you have mercy? Have mercy on us. Have mercy on us. We repent of our sins. Won't do it again. Deliver us from this evil, chosen people. Have mercy on us. Have mercy on us. We repent of our sin. Won't do it again. Deliver us from this evil, chosen people. Yeah. Please, yeah. Forgive us. Fight for us. Forgive us. Your chosen people.
And that was, of course, Unaya E., who met her earlier. And also, we have, of course, she is on Monday evenings, every second and fourth Monday. Great new hosts, and we're appreciative of all of those who are part of the Female Solution global broadcast. And we're going to join our rest of our team out there at the Soulful Chicago Book Fair. So continue to watch as we bring you more insight and more authors who are having an impact on the world. And so we're going to wrap up here so we can join you all out there and have even more authors that we're introducing, and we're making sure that you can get out here and get your copy of these books as well as books that you have seen throughout the year on the show Gathering of the Griots. And let's show another host that you can enjoy during the week so that you tune on in every Friday, 7 p.m. And that was Cinderella on Fridays. So we're grateful for all of you who joined us today. We want you to share this with your friends, but more importantly, if you're in the Chicagoland area, we want you to come on down and join us at the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair, where we will be here till 6 p.m. But of course, we want you to come in before then, because by then they'll be wrapping up and ready to get out the door. So at least get here by 5. And you can continue to follow us on Facebook Live, The Female Solution, and Naima Latif, and also Higher Learning Network TV show. And if you have missed any episodes, we urge you to go to the website, thefemalesolution.com. And if you are an aspiring writer, author, or any kind of creative artist, we want you to tune in to our shows and go to our website and contact us, because you may be an upcoming guest. And if you have a book idea, we've got hosts that can help you bring that book idea to fruition. Well, that's all for this special at the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair. We want to encourage you to develop your idea. Join us as we continue live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and join us every day, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., and Saturdays and Sundays, 12 noon, all Central Time. So, continue watching, and until tomorrow, we want you to continue to shine your light.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, ngiyabonga. Senegal, jareh. Kenya, asante. Israel, toda. Pakistan, shukriya. Afghanistan, tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.
See you next time. And until that time, continue to shine your light.